On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappeared from radar while flying from Kuala Lumpur International Airport to Beijing Capital International Airport, carrying 239 people, mostly Chinese nationals. More than a decade later, the fate of MH370 and its passengers is unresolved. Ocean Infinity's most recent search ended in January 2026 without any findings, leaving the world's greatest aviation mystery still unsolved. At 1:19 a.m. on March 8, 2014, while Flight 370 was over the South China Sea between Malaysia and Vietnam, the final voice contact came when Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah replied, "Good night. Malaysian 370 to Air Traffic Control's handoff instruction." 2 minutes later, the aircraft's transponder stopped functioning, causing it to disappear from ATC's secondary radar. What happened next revealed this was no ordinary mechanical failure. Malaysian military radar continued to track the aircraft as it turned left, crossed the Malay Peninsula near the Malaysia-Thailand border, and traveled over the Andaman Sea. The plane had deviated dramatically from its planned route to Beijing, executing a sharp westward turn that took it back across Malaysian airspace. At 2:22 a.m., Malaysian military radar lost contact with the plane over the Andaman Sea. Crucial satellite data extended the timeline far beyond anyone initially imagined. An Inmarsat satellite in geostationary orbit over the Indian Ocean received hourly automated handshake signals from Flight 370, with the last detected signal at 8:11 a.m. This meant MH370 had continued flying for nearly 7 hours after disappearing from radar, crossing vast stretches of ocean with no human communication, a discovery that narrowed the search area to the remote southern Indian Ocean. The investigation then turned to the cockpit. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, 53 years old with 18,000 flight hours as a Malaysian Airlines veteran, became central to the inquiry. In 2016, it was reported that on his home flight simulator less than a month before the disappearance, Captain Zahari had flown a route over the southern Indian Ocean that closely matched the missing aircraft's final path. This revelation raised disturbing questions about whether the deviation was deliberate, transforming the investigation from a search for mechanical failure into something far more complex. The disappearance triggered an unprecedented multinational search effort across Southeast Asia and the southern Indian Ocean, the most expensive aviation search in history, as satellite data narrowed the focus to the remote southern Indian Ocean. Countries contributed ships, aircraft, and expertise to solve aviation's most confounding puzzle. After learning that Captain Zahari had practiced a similar route on his home flight simulator just weeks before the disappearance, do you think this was deliberate pilot action or an unsettling coincidence? Drop your answer in the comments below. While investigators continue analyzing this evidence, the physical search for MH370's wreckage has produced only scattered debris pieces. 3 years after the simulator revelation, the physical search for MH370's wreckage began yielding crucial pieces of evidence scattered across the western Indian Ocean. Blaine Gibson, an American lawyer turned debris hunter, emerged as the most successful investigator in locating wreckage. The first major discovery came in late February 2016, when Gibson found an object bearing a stenciled label of "No Step" off the coast of Mozambique on a sandbank in the Bazarudo archipelago. Gibson's efforts helped lead to more than 20 pieces of wreckage confirmed or strongly linked to MH370, including a horizontal stabilizer panel marked "No Step" found off Mozambique. The debris pattern revealed disturbing evidence about MH370's final moments. 11 recovered pieces of the right wing show that the wing either broke up in the air during a high-speed dive or shattered upon impact with the water in a high-speed impact, not a controlled ditching. since a ditching would not cause the wing to shatter as extensively as MH370's wing did. The wing flap found on Pemba Island, Tanzania, in June 2016 was in a retracted position, indicating flight mode rather than the deployed position it would assume during a landing attempt. The flaperon found on Reunion Island in July 2015 was in neutral position. This physical evidence contradicted theories that Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah had executed a controlled water landing. Ocean Infinity resumed seabed operations on December 30, 2025, under a no-fine, no-fee agreement with the Malaysian government. The company deployed advanced autonomous underwater vehicles capable of high-resolution mapping and metal detection at depths up to 6,000 meters, coordinating swarms of AUVs supported by uncrewed surface vessels, rather than treating the satellite arc as a wide corridor to sweep evenly. The 2025 to 2026 campaign concentrated on specific seafloor sections where multiple models overlap, compressing uncertainty kilometer by kilometer along credible portions of the seventh arc. Ocean Infinity announced that their search concluded on January the 23rd, 2026 without any findings, after 151 days at sea and mapping more than 140,000 square kilometers of seafloor. The main aircraft wreckage, including the flight data recorders that could finally explain what happened during those 7 mysterious hours, remains somewhere on the ocean floor, leaving MH370's disappearance as aviation's most enduring unsolved mystery. Subscribe for more unsolved mysteries and watch our deep dive into aviation's other unexplained disappearances.